there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. Just wanted to share with you guys all the stuff that I've picked up in these last 2 months and a half. Like I mentioned on my non-pickup video, my non-comic book pickup video, I'm getting married in a couple of months, so I really need to buckle down and not spend as much money as I used to on my hobbies. That's not to say that I haven't picked up some stuff. I have come across some really good deals, so I have picked up some stuff, and it's gotten to a point that it's enough so that I can share a video with you guys. So this is my pickup video for these last 2 months and a half. If anyone's familiar with my channel, you'll know that I'll start off with my favorite video game magazine. Indeed, it's the only video game magazine I pick up anymore. And that's this month's, actually this is the April issue of Club Nintendo. Here in the cover you can see that they talk about Yoshi's New Island. This would be the third video game in the Yoshi's Island series. There was, of course, the one in the Super Nintendo. One came out on the DS, and this is for the 3DS. They give 30 recommendations for downloadable games. I don't know if you'll be able to make that out. They also talk about, they give tips on Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze. They take a look back at The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. I still need to get the new game that came out on the 3DS. I don't remember the name at this moment. But yeah, really cool issue. This was the April issue. Then exactly 2 weeks after they released that one, Club Nintendo released a special edition issue with Mario. Basically, they talk about Mario since his introduction in Donkey Kong to the Mario Brothers arcade game, to Super Mario Brothers on the NES, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Mario 64, all the way up to Super Mario 3D World, and the soon-to-be, released by now, Mario Kart 8. It's basically just Club Nintendo talking about all the Mario games that have been released. This is not the first time Club Nintendo does this. They have already released a special Mario-themed issue. But, yeah, I still picked it up because it also included a cool-looking 3D card. Then for May, we have the highly anticipated Mario Kart 8. I was able to play a demo version that they had at a Target, and the game itself looks freaking amazing. I really want to get this Mario game, and I'm missing Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, but it looks beautiful in HD. The soundtrack is really cool. The new thing that they introduced in this one is that at certain parts of the stage you can kind of like hoverboard. I thought that was really cool. I'm trying to look back so the autofocus doesn't lose it. But yeah, looks really cool. And Nintendo has this promotion that if you buy the game before July 31st and you register the game on the Club Nintendo Reward, you can actually get, you can download another game. So you can download New Super Mario Brothers Wii U, Pikmin 3, Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker HD Remix, and you can also download Wii Party. But honestly, I already have the Wind Waker HD Remix, I'm sorry, the Wind Waker HD version on my Zelda Wii U. So I'll probably download Pikmin, because I want to get the physical copy of New Super Mario Bros. Wii U. And this is the June issue, the one that just released a week ago, with Pikmin Triple Deluxe on the cover. They give some tips on Golden Sun, the original Game Boy Advance game that you can now download on the Virtual Console. They also talk about Child of Light, and they have this really huge poster. It's a double-sided poster of either Mario Kart 8 or you can also put a poster for Yoshi's new island. So the only bummer about the posters is that while they are cool, if I wanted to frame them and put them on the wall, it really cuts into the page count. It's a very thin, taking out the poster, it's a very thin page count. So that's the only bummer when they do the poster thing. But the posters themselves look gorgeous. Also, it's been 2 months and a half, so I don't know where I picked this up. I haven't gone to a swap meet in exactly those 2 months and a half. But I picked up this Nintendo Power Strategy Guide. I really love the Nintendo Power Strategy Guides. This is for the multiplayer games that you can play on the NES. With this little device here, you would connect this in the NES, and you can play 4-player multiplayer. And for games like NES Play Action Football, or A Nightmare on Elm Street, like the the Angry Video Game Nerd mentioned. And it's very, very briefly gives a few strategy guides on how to play on this. Yeah, I just picked it up because it's a Nintendo Power Strategy Guide. And like I said, I really used to love Nintendo Power Strategy Guides because they were really well built and had a lot of useful information. Me and my fiance went to a book fair this week. We usually try to go out and get a little culture in our lives, and this book fair was good because we get to see things. And this book fair was really cool because it didn't have just books. It had it had records in CD records or vinyl records. It had really old books, newer books. There was a guy that was selling a bunch of movies. There was also another guy that was selling comic books. So it was a very diverse book fair. But we picked up a couple of books. I've seen 4 versions of this book in movie form, and I've never read the original book. My fiance has read this book. She has a copy that she got as a present from someone else, but it was already falling apart, and she did the best that she could to put it back together. But it was missing a couple of pages, so we went here and we saw this really, really cool hardcover of Dracula. Like I said, I've never read the original book. She's read it twice, but she is missing a couple of scenes because of the lack of those pages. So we picked this one up, and I'm looking forward to reading this one. Like I said, I've seen a bunch of adaptations in movie form, but I've never read the book, so looking forward to that. The other book we bought was a couple of, it's a collection of Edgar Allan Poe poems. It has the only one I was disappointed it doesn't include is The Raven, because I remember that Raven episode from that was showcased on The Simpsons. So we picked it up because it's at Edgar Allan Poe, but I am really disappointed that it does not have The Raven. So, yeah. And the last book we picked up is Frankenstein, to complete our 2 horror book collection. Yeah, I've also seen a bunch of adaptations of Frankenstein in movies, the Universal one being the more popular one. But there's Young Frankenstein, there's the Hammer Frankenstein, there's that Frankenstein with Robert De Niro, just a whole bunch of versions. And again, I've never read the book, so I'm really looking forward to reading this book. Sorry about the light here, but yeah, okay, that's gonna be some good reading there. Was able to pick up 2 video games. Mostly because they were super cheap. The first one I picked up is Batman Arkham City Armor Edition for the Wii U. I have this on the PlayStation 3, but unfortunately my PlayStation 3 is pretty much broken beyond repair. It won't start up now. So, yeah, I can't take it anywhere to get it fixed. And because of the wedding, I'm getting married in a couple of months, I can't save any money to actually buy a new one. So, I've been wanting to get the Armor Edition for the Wii U, and I went somewhere. It was super cheap. They were liquidating a couple of video games, and I picked this one up, and so far I am loving it. Loving this. So yeah, picked up that. Then went to a pawn shop, and they were also liquidating a whole bunch of their games, and I picked up Donkey Kong Country Returns. There we go. Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii. Great game. Really brought me back to the days of the Donkey Kong Country series on the Super Nintendo. I've read, of course, many reviews, among them Club Nintendo, that says that eventually this thing is going to get really hard. But that's how the Donkey Kong Country games on the the Super Nintendo were. So I haven't gotten to that point where it's frustratingly hard. But yeah, great game. With this game, I'm one step closer to completing my ideal Wii collection. I'm only missing Super Mario Galaxy 2. I'm missing that Kirby Anniversary collection that came out, Pandora's Tower, and Xenoblade. If I can get those 4 games, my Wii collection will be pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm only missing 4 games. During this whole period, we went to a Target, and Target had this really cool Blu-ray DVD combo pack sale. So we picked up The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. My fiance has already read the book, so she knows how this will eventually end. I haven't. I'm still, I've only seen the movies, and looking forward to the new one that's going to come out this year, because I want to know how this whole thing ends. Then that sale also included Disney Blu-ray DVD combo packs, and that's very rare because Disney movies don't usually go down as cheap as we got these. And I really like these new Disney movies. Ever since The Princess and the Frog, and then Tangled, and then this movie Wreck-It Ralph, Disney has really gotten back into making cool movies themselves. Not Pixar. This is not Pixar. This is Disney. And this movie, I've heard this movie described as the Toy Story for the video game generation. And yeah, it's a really, I think it's a really cool love letter to video games. I remember being super excited about this movie when the trailer came out, and they had Bowser and Bison and Balrog and Zangief. I'm sorry, not Balrog, Zangief, having this villain discussion thing. And the movie itself with Wreck-It Ralph and Fix-It Felix and Vanellope is really cool. I really love this movie, and I'm so happy I was able to get it in this Blu-ray DVD combo pack. And the other movie we got on that sale, if I would have had more money, I would have picked up so many more movies. But the last movie that I could afford and that I really wanted was Frozen. I know a lot of people are going through Frozen craze. In the newest season of Once Upon a Time, they've already teased that Elsa is going to be in it. Or I don't know if they're going to call her Elsa specifically. They might just call her the Ice Queen. But really good movie. I love the animation. A lot of people complain that the sisters' faces look the same, and they look exactly like Rapunzel from Tangled. But I think this is really a comeback of Disney into the musical animated movies. All the songs are super catchy. The animation is beautiful. The snow effects are really cool. The story, the fact that they focus on two, well, one's a queen and the other's a princess, so much they appear a lot in this movie, and they also give a very interesting twist that I saw in Maleficent now, that what constitutes true love and how that can be applied. Really good movie. I can understand why a lot of people have gotten super crazy over Frozen. But yeah, if it's not your thing, you might not like it. But I did. I really liked Frozen. It's one of those rare movies that I've seen more than once in the movie theaters. I picked this one up at a pawn shop because it was cheap. I picked up Event Horizon. I've seen this movie bits and pieces on TV. I've never actually seen the whole thing, so picked it up. Then went to a Walmart, and for $5 I picked up WrestleMania 23, and this is the deluxe collector's edition, the one that has the Hall of Fame on it and a bunch of special features. In a number of videos I've said that it bugs me that I don't own this one. This WrestleMania 23 will fill a gap that I had with WrestleMania, because I have the pay-per-view before this one and the pay-per-view after this WrestleMania. And of course I have WrestleMania 19, 20, 21, 22, was missing this one, 23, was missing 23, then I have 24, 25, 26. So it bugged me that I had this hole in my WrestleMania collection, and now I have it, so really happy about that. Also at that Walmart, I picked up, I never thought I was actually going to get to own this one, but they had this one on Blu-ray and DVD, and I picked it up on DVD because it was cheaper. But I picked up King Kong vs. Godzilla. I actually picked this one up before, actually I picked this movie up after seeing the new Godzilla movie, and I got out of the Godzilla movie wishing that they would somehow release more Godzilla movies, because they're really hard to come by. And we went to a Walmart, and there it was, King Kong vs. Godzilla. I've already watched it. It's good Godzilla fun. The only thing that I found out on the internet is that there's two versions of this. Universal released this King Kong vs. Godzilla version, and it has, much like the original 1954 version, it has American actors kind of talking about King Kong and Godzilla. And then it has the Japanese footage running, but the endings are the same as far as I know. But the Japanese version has a little. It doesn't has none of the American actors. It has a little bit more story in the humans, and at the end of the movie, you can hear Godzilla's roar and then King Kong's roar. And in this one, you can only hear King Kong because it's released by Universal. But I also read that Universal is the only one that can release this version in America, and Japan can only release their version in all the other places. So yeah, there'll never be an official Japanese release of King Kong vs. Godzilla because of the deal that Universal and Toho made. But really fun movie, really great movie. Now I'm curious to see the Japanese version, but I might have to download that one or get it bootleg. Went to a Big Lots. No, it wasn't a Big Lots. Best Buy. Went to a Best Buy, and they had a DVD sale. So I picked up the Blu-ray DVD combo pack of X-Men First Class. Picked this one up before we went to see Days of Future Past, because my girlfriend did not see X-Men First Class, and if you're gonna see Days of Future Past, you have to watched this movie, because it explains how young Xavier and young Magneto met, how young Mystique factors into everything. So yeah, great movie. Days of Future Past now is my favorite X-Men movie, followed by this one and then X2, X-Men United. But great movie. And I really want to get Days of Future Past once it releases on DVD or Blu-ray. Also, they had the 2-disc special edition of The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug. The special features on the Blu-ray and the DVD were the same. It's just that the DVD was a little cheaper, which is why I got it on DVD. But I love the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. Don't agree that they had to make The Hobbit into 3 movies. They could have done it on 2. But I'm super excited to see the last movie that's going to come out at the end of this year. Really looking forward to watching that and seeing how this whole thing ends, because that dragon Smaug in this movie was pretty cool. Also went to a Big Lots and picked up the 2-disc special edition of Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino. My brother's a big Al Pacino fan. He has a way more impressive collection than I do. But I like Al Pacino's earlier work. So I decided to pick it up. I was gonna give it to him, but he already has it. So I guess I'm gonna keep this one. So yeah, I would like to get Serpico, which is his other big earlier movie. But yeah, that was supposed to be a gift, and I ended up keeping it. At that book fair, like I mentioned, there's this guy that was selling movies, so I picked up the 20th anniversary collection edition of Tron. It's this edition has I don't know if you'll be able to make it out, but a really cool metallic kind of look to it. And it's 2 discs, so it has the movie and another disc with special features. When Tron Legacy released, Disney re-released this movie, but that edition didn't have any special features, and this is the one that I was after. If I can, I would like to collect all the thick DVD box editions. I think those look cool. And yeah, I've been wanting to get Tron. I was holding out for a better edition. I don't want to get that re-release. It like I said, doesn't have any special features, and the box isn't as cool. And this one is cool because it has that nice looking. I really don't think you'll be able to pick it up, but it kind of changes color with the light. And great movie. I remember watching and liking Tron a lot. The other movie I picked up is always on the lookout for Jackie Chan. So I picked up Jackie Chan in The Myth. I don't think I've ever seen this one. If I do, I don't remember it at the top of my head. But anytime I can get Jackie Chan movies, I pick it up. Anytime I see or I can find a Jackie Chan movie, I pick it up because I love Jackie Chan movies. They're funny, and the stunt effect and the martial arts are always cool. This is one of his later movies, but I don't care. It's Jackie Chan. Young Jackie Chan, old Jackie Chan, he is the man. Really excited to pick that one up. And the very last thing I have to share, my brother is still selling some of his stuff. He's going through a rough patch, and he's selling some of his stuff. I've been bugging him to, if he ever decided to sell this, to let me know so I can buy it off him. He finally broke down, and he sold me, well, you can't see it but it's the Ultimate Matrix collection. This thing has the Matrix Reloaded, the Matrix Revolution, the Animatrix, plus the extra DVDs that came out. It has the Matrix Revisited, the Matrix Reloaded Revisited, Matrix Revolutions Revisited, and it also has this 3-disc extra thing called the Matrix Experience. So the revisited DVDs have a lot of special features. This one has even more. It has 3 more discs of special features. Plus, they have a whole. Each movie has more audio commentaries. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the audio commentaries because I've seen the Matrix movies so many times. It also has this artwork, and it explains what each DVD has. So in total, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 DVDs, plus the little artwork. And I'm really looking forward to hearing those audio commentaries. So yeah, I feel bad that he had to part with his collection, but at the same time, I'm happy because now I own this collection. This has been re-released on Blu-ray, but every time I see that Blu-ray edition, it's super expensive. And there is another prettier version of this when it has the Neo statue, and it's like this little tower that has the Neo statue, and then slots for each one of the 10 discs. But this is the one that I've wanted. It's nice. It has all the movies. It's compact. It doesn't take up much space. So again, I feel sad that he had to part with his Ultimate Matrix collection, but at the same time, I'm happy that he sold it to me, and I can add this one to my collection. So yeah, super excited about that. So all in all, like I said, this is 2 months and a half worth of stuff. I'm proud that I didn't buy as much as I usually buy. Normally this would be a one pickup video for a month's worth, so in 2 months I could cut down, but those were some really awesome sales, some really awesome pickups, so yeah, I couldn't resist. And my fiance said it was okay, so that's why I picked up so much. I don't know when the next pickup video is going to be. I think it's going to be a while. I'm going to hold out until, again, I have a whole bunch of stuff, but with the wedding and everything that we have to pay, it might take a little bit longer. I'll definitely still upload comic book pickups. I have some comic books that I picked up and some back issues that the next video we'll talk about. Still also seeing if I can get an extra person into the podcast. I liked how that worked. The editing didn't take that long, and the loading time didn't take that long. So I might do some more audio podcasts. So yeah, still working on the channel and some other ideas. But thanks so much to anyone that watched the video. Like always, thanks so much for that. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. Always look on the lookout for that. But until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78 thanking you and signing out.